All right, let's take a look at Fish Tank. So Sam Hyde, he's a comedian, a controversial comedian, I guess you'd say. I think he's funny as fuck. True American hero, if you ask me. But he's been canceled from everything you can possibly be canceled from so many times. He was on Adult Swim at one point. Believe it or not, like that Tim and Eric from Tim and Eric's Awesome Show, great job. They apparently didn't like him, and they got him blacklisted. They got him kicked off Adult Swim, blacklisted. Him and some BuzzFeed writer. Anyways, they started this reality TV show. Oh, it's alright. And here it is. It's called Fish Tank. So it's sort of like Big Brother, okay? Because it's 24/7 coverage. But there's not as many cameras as Big Brother. And they do sort of play like games. Sam Hyde will come in and set up some stupid game that never makes any sense and kind of sucks. But the winner always gets $500, and they call it fish bucks. Now originally these people were only supposed to get $10,000 for winning this show. But because it's been so successful, the grand prize right now is up to $30,000, and they're suspecting that it'll go up to $50,000. There's no clear way how you can win or lose this game. So nobody has any idea what'll get you kicked off, how you get kicked off. There's already been 2 people that have left. One got kicked off. We're going to talk about him for some pretty bad reasons. The other one quit because everybody knew he wasn't going to make it anyways. Now this whole show is controlled by chat. To participate in the actual chat here, you have to have a membership, which is $40 for the year. If you want to watch, you can watch for free. And then you can do text to speech, and you can pick where you want it to go, like bedroom 1, 2, 3. So there's people just talking all day long to these people, and then you can buy them gifts. You can turn the heat all the way up. You can turn turn the AC all the way up. You can take people's beds away. You can turn lights on and off. So you would imagine it's chaos, right? And the first 3 or 4 days, it was absolutely chaotic. The website was up and then it was down. My first membership I bought was $40, and then the website went down after 3 days, and then they went to YouTube. While they're on YouTube, they were there for 8 days. That's all been removed. Then they got the website back up. Aside from those problems, you know, they probably spent like 300 grand making this show, and it's all funded by the fans. And it's really interesting what has happened. Currently it's day, what day is it? 13. So the competition lasts 6 weeks. We'll take a look here. Where do they look like they're at? Bedroom 1.
Mansplained Bleed Homie has mad respect for me.
Oh yeah.
So that's what the text to speech sounds like.
Okay. So you want your single strokes to be consistent, and you don't want.
This is Vance. Let's take a look at the contestants here. So the first one up is Violetta, and she found the show through Discord. Sam Hyde has a Discord somewhere. I have yet to be able to find it, but she got on the show 2 days before it started from Discord. All these contestants had to pay for their own transportation out there, and they're located in Boston. She's been sort of controversial, this one. Since she started, somebody like leaked nudes of her on Discord, apparently. And then text to speech told her about it. So she's been all like, upset about it. She doesn't seem to be getting along with everybody very well. Everybody kind of thinks she's a snake. Then we got Simmons. This guy is interesting. So you can see he's 29. Simmons was a total weirdo. You can read all this bio if you want, but he was a fucking weirdo. And he's on the show nobody knew he was a weirdo. And everybody's like super awkward with each other when the show first starts. Nobody was talking to each other at all. It was super boring. It was dumb. And Simmons was like the only one like getting along with people. On like day 8, people in Sam Hyde's Discord kept like messaging him about this guy and said that they had found something. And this something was this book or books. There's 2 books. And these were the books. I don't think you can purchase them anymore. I tried and it's been removed. But yeah, he wrote this book, and I'm going to show you the clip. See if I can find it.
So the first is a must. Inform his or her...
Why is Simmons playing the harmonica? What the vote was: expelling tragic sadness from his soul, practicing for prison, serenading the baby. Now, me watching the show, I was watching this live. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if there's anything wrong. Nobody on this show knows anything's wrong. Sam Hyde just shows up out of nowhere. He normally doesn't really come on the show at all.
Jason Goldstriker in the building!
Also, when he's on the show, he goes by the character Jason Goldstriker.
Come on down, little fishies!
So we'll move forward. So they got everybody in the living room. Now you can see that they all have like babies here. Well, this was one of the challenges that they like just made up. You can tell they're like making this shit up as they go. And they're these babies that they give kids in high school, you know, for home ec or whatever, to try to get you not to have babies. And you have to like take care of these babies. And the last person surviving, like whose baby doesn't get destroyed, like you can steal other people's babies and get rid of it, stuff like that. You get $500. So that's what's going on. But it's kind of weird because everybody has these babies right now. Nobody knows what's going on.
Who's got CDs? We don't have any CDs.
Use a flash drive.
All right, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, a cappella. That's what I'm thinking. Who wants to start us off with a song? We got a house full of entertainers here. Who's going to start singing?
Simmons is the singer.
Josie, do you want to sing a song?
I could.
Can you?
I could.
Please do. I'll hold it, baby.
Give me my baby.
Baby, baby, baby.
All right, so they make this girl get up and sing, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Nobody knows what's going on. It's super awkward. So then they have Simmons get up.
Yeah. Yeah, pass it off to somebody else. Who's got a song ready?
Simmons is supposed to be a professional singer.
Somebody start singing.
That's what he advertised himself as.
I know you love me, you love me high. I know you're sorry, and I forget lyrics and baby, all night, baby, all night, baby.
I thought this was pretty mean at the time. I was like, God, this is fucking rough. They're fucking ripping this dude. Nobody knows what's going on.
Simmons, you're too much. You're too much, man. That was unbelievable.
You can tell Sam Hyde just wants to kill him right now.
Alright.
Okay, spit some bars.
Spit that hot shit, Daniel. On my phone.
Daniel thinks he's black or something. He's a weird one.
What does that mean? That's
Okay, here we go.
loves him, but he got fired because he also
Is it Simmons' book?
no. Legendary.
So then
Anybody
people
else?
sent him this book. Sent Sam
I
Hyde
got
this
some
book.
reading I could do. If you want to hear some reading.
Is it Simmons' book?
No. I just keep excerpts. I keep excerpts.
Apparently
of
people
books
were
that I
telling
like on my phone.
the other
I'm not
contestants
reading.
on text-to-speech
Right?
that Simmons is a pedo, you
I
know?
put this is something I
So everybody's
say
like,
as an
what?
inspiring quote. There was a counselor who worked for a camp for decades. Everybody loves him, but he got fired because he offered drinks to underage girls and allegedly raped her. Here's how to do it the right way. And I don't know what is the right way. What's the?
This is Simmons' book that's for sale on Google. It's since been removed.
You don't know either.
It was a while ago. Yeah.
His answer was this.
Okay.
It was a while ago.
Did you say it was a while ago?
No, I don't think that's my book.
Then he says, "I don't think that's my book."
Probably a hacker. Here's another. Well. Sexual harassment warning, like every culture there are customs when you hit on boys and girls. So does camp counselors who work at camp nowadays are mostly college kids from all over the world. Of course they would expect a romantic experience. You gotta do it the right way or you might get fired. What's that referring to? What does that mean? That struck my curiosity. That piqued my interest. It made me wonder. Questions cropped up in my mind.
Yeah.
What could this be referring to?
That's fair.
What's this picture of this, like, 11-year-old says into long legs? That made me go, blah, 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 blah.
So they're showing a picture of him cross-dressing. He's got this whole Instagram of him dressed up as like a chick.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck's in arms?
Okay.
Why is it funny, bro?
Sylvia, did you see that picture?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Some weird ass shit.
For counselors, be nice, be polite, be the big brother of everybody else. Be a bit naughty.
John McQueen fake puking.
This is actually like hell.
Okay. Yeah.
Hell. Kind of like fuzzy.
Oh, man. Well, Simmons, allow me to say something that you'll understand in your language. Wo yao ba mi ti chu ji mu. Translation: I'm kicking you off the show.
Okay.
Effective immediately, we'll be walking you out, taking you to a bus station in Fall River, and saying goodbye.
Okay.
You have 1.5 minutes to get.
That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You
You don't fucking want you here.
cost me a lot of money. Bye. Make sure he makes it to the nearest bus stop.
Or no.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, he was a confirmed wannabe pedo, I guess we'd call him. Fucking weird. And then they bring him on Discord after, and somebody released video of this, and they tore him apart. It was some of the funniest stuff I've ever listened to. Anyways, that was like when everything in this show just changes. So everybody's like really shook up from this. And there's this guy named Jonathan. And earlier on in the show, this guy Jonathan is the most picked on kid by far. He's got a really bad speech impediment. He does not talk well at all. Everybody's picking on him. He's super annoying. Well, they were trying to pick on this kid, and they would like lock him in the room with Jonathan. Or they'd lock him in the room with Simmons, and they were like trying to make them do gay stuff together. So Jonathan's like completely humiliated at this moment because he feels like he was like being set up with this pedo. So he's upstairs, locked in the bathroom, like losing his shit. And then this other guy named Maru was that dude's roommate, and he like literally starts throwing up, and he's immediately leaves the show. He's like, I can't do this. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Packs his shit, walks out the front door that same night. So Sam Hyde and that whole crew, that now they're like worried. You can tell there's like a panic going on, and Jonathan's super upset, and the whole crew is in the basement, and there's no camera in the basement, and they can't get Jonathan out of the bathroom. He's like, you know, like losing it, bawling, type crying. So Sam Hyde like brings him down into the basement. Now, mind you, like this earlier on in that day, Sam Hyde was like picking on Jonathan, trying to make him a tougher person, and he had him hold these sparring pads, and he kicked the sparring pads before Jonathan was ready, and Jonathan like boom punches himself in the face, gets a full-on concussion, almost knocks himself out. So like they already have like destroyed this kid earlier on in the day. Now he's like completely shattered. So they get him out of the bathroom, they get him in the basement. Nobody sees any of this, and then they announce that they're shutting down the cameras for the night, and they're gonna like give all the contestants some beer and pizza and stuff because they don't have shit. They're not allowed to smoke weed, leave the house, drink alcohol, nothing. And they get like a small amount of food, but they're really reliant on like people buying them food. So the next day this shit turns on, and the whole atmosphere of the show changes. Like all of a sudden all the people on the show are like getting along with one another now. And the Sam Hyde crew, I forget the other guy's name. I think it's Jay or something, but he's also super popular. They all start like acting a little bit more concerned about people in the show. And all of a sudden, this show just changes like incredibly. I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is the moment when you start caring about these people, and the text to speeches go from like every word being, you know, New York Knickerbockers and trolling to like people are like genuinely like trying to help people out and get other people to win and tell on people when other people are like fucking other people over. Sylvia's still here. In my opinion, she's not going to make it. She's out there, man. She's gone. Josie, in my opinion, it's going to be Josie and Jonathan at the end. Now, Josie's like extremely autistic. The first like 4 or 5 days of the show, she didn't talk to anybody, and she would just like walk in circles for hours, over and over and over and over. But nothing gets to her, nothing bothers her, and as the show's gone on, she's like started to open up, and she's definitely the coolest person. And Jonathan, like Sam Hyde has successfully made this kid like a tough guy. He's got him doing like 300 push-ups a day, boxing. And he's the fan favorite. Everybody loves Jonathan now, including in the house. Like, everybody just loves this guy. Vance, originally, everybody thought this is going to be the guy that wins. He comes on. He's a pretty big dude. He's pretty quiet. He sort of hated everybody when he was there, but now he's just boring. He's the boringest fucking guy in the show. He never talks, to the point where like the show people make him go into the room and do confessionals because he never talks. And the whole time he's in confessionals, he just talks about his strategy to win the game. Well, they're so annoyed by this that they fucking hire a fake consultant to come in and like talk to the people, and they're really nice to everybody but Vance. Super mean to Vance and telling him like, you know, there's no way to get an advantage to win this show. So he's right now he's got 24 hours to stop being cringe. And then Daniel got kicked off the show day one for showing his dick. And he was sort of the fan favorite for 3 days, but he's the fakest motherfucker by far. He doesn't just talk black, he acts black. Like completely black. He wears a skull cap and he's always like hitting his head. Like he's itching his cornrows and stuff. It's ridiculous. And he swears he used to hang out with this like famous rapper. He's too cool for everybody. And he used to always pick on Jonathan, and like he tried fighting Jonathan, but Jonathan can kick his ass now. So now he doesn't know what to do with himself. So yeah, I'm completely off tangent. I had a bunch of video to go with all this shit, but Yeah, I couldn't finish in time so much.
How is it?
Weird.
But if you haven't checked this out, it is worth it. Now it can be boring at times because 24/7, but it's typically like, 7 o'clock to like 1 a.m. is when most of the cool stuff is happening, and then there's a shit ton of clip channels out there now. But when you see the shit live, especially with the text to speech, it can get wild, and it's really interesting to see how everybody's changed. Like how even the people participating, like these aren't your normal reality TV show people that tune in, right? And you would expect it to be like really vile, but it really has stopped. Like people are just not toxic anymore. There's here and there, but not really. Like people are like really invested, and like people are like trying to help Vance stop being a cringe lord, and people are trying to get this girl to stop being like she's trying to fuck everybody over. People are trying to get Daniel to stop trying to act like he's too cool. And Jonathan like talks to TTS. Everybody loves Jonathan. He's a funny kid. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I told you I was winging it tonight. I don't know. If you ever watched the original Real World back in 92, I guess that's when it was. It's got a lot of the same kind of feel to it. It's way cooler than Big Brother because it's not so fake. It is like real. It's real as hell. And most of the people on there, like, they're aware of who Sam Hyde is. So they were super fucking sketched out about being on the show, as anybody would be. Like, I would have been terrified to go on a Sam Hyde reality show because you expect to be made look like an idiot. But it doesn't really seem like that's the way they're going anymore. I mean, they still do really funny shit. The thing with these shows is like the first season's always so good because nobody knows what's going on or what's happening, including the contestants. Oh, episode 6, worst show yet.